Hello. I was sort of hovering for a little while today about what we could tune into or tap into together. And I think I want to share a little about my past or my story. And something my mum said, which is, you can always make a different decision. When I was building my business, and about a year ago, or more than a year ago, I guess, just over a year ago, I realised this is not the place I want to be building a heart-centred, energetic-based business from. I was in a lot of pain. There were lots of things that I needed to loosen up around. And I'm now coming back into the business side of things again, feeling that part of me reconnecting fully, rather than sort of preparing or studying or, taking clients and people without marketing really, or without presenting myself as a business first and foremost, So what I've learnt and am learning is how important space is to grow. How when we need something to happen, or we need something to be a certain way to be happy or successful, it's never gonna live up to that expectation. And we might not be able to really appreciate the full reality of something. I've noticed recently a lot of people making a lot of decisions, and it's a really lovely thing to be witness to. I feel really connected to the idea of liberation from getting things wrong or failure in that sense. I mean, failure in many ways is a blessing to sort of show us, we can course correct, we can realign, we can go a different way. But I mean, failure with this sort of fatalistic, extreme, beating ourselves up kind of failure. And I think a lot of people who share online talk in absolutes, like their definition is the way everyone should be seeing that definition of things. And maybe it's my Pisces moon, Gemini sun vibe, but I like to be a bit more flexible with my vocabulary. So if some of the words that I use don't resonate, replace them with other ones. And if certain words trigger you, rather than shaming the person that's speaking them, maybe we can invite a little curiosity into why that word is triggering. Okay, take for example God. Take for example the word God. The word God used to trigger me so much because I came from a family that wasn't necessarily resonant with that. And now it's something that brings me immense peace. And it's the human way to express what it is that we're feeling or surrendering into. The Tao, Qi, internal, external, the energy forces that move us through life. I think what I'm understanding about Eastern attitudes has really influenced the way I interpret God and the word God and the reality of my experience in God in presence. And I'm much more inclined to feel it as a space in which I, as a flower, am expanding into, rather than a force that is making me expand. And I'm sure there's an element of all actions as God. There's also an invitation, I feel, as the current collective of consciousness to become the I in a new way, to create our own identity from a space of knowing that nothing matters, not really, and allowing ourselves just the freedom to exist in silence whilst having our fullness of human experience is what I feel it's all about at the moment. Maybe I'll change, who knows, but that's what it feels like, most alive in my body, in my being right now. So, with that being said, all unfolds in the perfect way. Have the most blessed and brilliant day. And I love you. I love you so much. Ciao.